My real estate team, Onyx Homes, has sold over $1 billion in sales volume just since year 2020. And in this video, I'm going to break down my actual schedule, what I actually spend my time doing to drive this business forward. And for reference, we've sold $1 billion in the last 6 years. But this year alone, our goal is to sell somewhere between $400 and $500 million in real estate, and we are growing every year. And this is what I focus on. So let's dive in. Before I dive into my actual calendar and schedule, literally where I spend my time, I think zooming out really quick and understanding from a 50,000 foot view is important to do first. Being in a real estate team business, we are a sales organization, and understanding that was the first major unlock for me. Now, what are the major aspects that run as a real estate team? Well, we're a sales organization. So what does that mean? Marketing and sales is a core concept of any real estate team. It's the real estate business. You market for leads and you sell them, right? That's that. The other part is, from the team perspective, it's a recruiting, training, and retaining organization. So if you think of it like this, is to start a team, you have to recruit agents in, right? You have to offer them something, which is the sales organization for us. And then we train and retain those agents to go out and do deals. And then we recruit agents. So the way that we look at this is we attract high producing talent. I mean, not just like top producers. That's not what I'm talking about. So here at Onyx Homes, our goal is to attract talent that wants to work hard and be successful in the business. Does that mean we only hire top producing agents? No, absolutely not. A lot of the agents that are super successful join us brand new, or maybe they were plateaued in their business after just a couple years. So we want to attract talent that wants to work hard. The next thing is we generate a tremendous amount of deal flow. Like I said, marketing and sales, we generate a ton of deal flow for our agents to supercharge their careers. And then we try to take everything off of their plate so that they can focus on selling as opposed to everything else in the business. We want to make their life as easy as possible. So that was the first zoom out, is we want to make a sales organization, so marketing and training. We need to recruit, train, and retain these agents as well too. So we need to have recruiting, we need to advertise to get people to join our company. We need to train them on the sales aspect of the sales organization. And the last thing is we need to retain them. So the offer that we offer to our agents needs to make them feel like they should stay. They'd be silly to go somewhere else. Well, some people need to go find out that the grass is or is not greener on the other side. But the reality is we want our offer of why an agent should join our team, the right agent, should feel like an absolute no-brainer. So taking that from the top approach, how do I spend my time? That's how I spend my time. So what are the things? Marketing, sales, recruiting, retaining. I would say the fifth thing that is newer to my plate as our company has grown is building leaders in our company. I'm not just talking about our admin staff. I'm also talking about grooming agents for the future growth that they want to have in the organization as well too. So let's dive in. The few different things that I want to break down is, first, I'm going to show my actual calendar. So I'm filming this May 19th of 2026. Yesterday, I was out of office all day at Disneyland. So you can see I was out of office there. Tuesdays is my content day. So there's a showing request here because we have a glitch on our calendar. I don't do showings. I'm completely out of production, have been since the end of 2021. But as you can see, I've got a marketing meeting first thing in the morning. I put on my calendar, redo an agent launch video for our training software. And then it's write newsletters and then film. And I am filming all day until the very end of the day, where I'm prepping for my team meeting, which this usually ends up being about 10 o'clock, but that's besides the point. So Tuesday, the entire day is spent on advertising. So I sit in front of my camera set up here. I write my newsletters that is basically feeds all the content that we make. And then that ends up being content for the long term. So Tuesday is create marketing day. That's Tuesday. Wednesday is our big team meeting day. On our company, Onyx Homes, most of our agents only come into the office the 1 day a week. We've got our headquarters in Orange County. We're expanding out to our adjacent markets as well too. So a lot of those agents want to come and stay in the office all day. So we have a role play in the morning that's in the office. We have our team meeting, and then I won't click on these because we have agents that come in to check our team out every single week. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't even count. There's a handful of agents that are coming in to check our team out. This is kind of our second interview process, if you will. And then I typically host a sales training after the team meeting. So role play, team meeting is an hour, and then there's a little break there for lunch, and then the sales training as well too. That's hybrid. And then I leave the rest of my day open so that I can do coaching calls or whatever happens to come up in the rest of the day on Wednesday. That's a full day usually. And then our agents are in the office from 4 to 7 doing dialing for dollars, having conversations, setting appointments, making money, right? That's that. Thursday, I kind of have as an open day. Now, what ends up happening every Thursday is I have a move the rocks. So we follow EOS. I won't go down into that rabbit hole in this particular video, but I leave that as open to where I can work on actually doing my job. What are the rocks are like the big projects that we're working on quarterly to move the business forward. So I earmark a 4-hour chunk Thursday mornings every Thursday. Now I can override that if I need to put in meetings. I try not to do it on Thursdays. Sometimes I have to. So you can see I have some meetings right here. And then we are doing a Zillow onboarding. So our inbound lead flow, we generate 1,000 leads a month for our agents. We have huge partnerships with Zillow, Realtor.com. We also generate a ton of leads that are not through big portals like that. And we do a once a month roughly onboarding to those lead systems. So whether an agent's been on those lead sources at other teams or not, we train them on how we do it, which is why we convert at such a high rate. We typically do that once a month. We kind of earmark those Thursday long meetings so that I can just know that, hey, or my admin team really more than that, they just know that if we need one of those things, we can put it later in the day on Thursday. Christian's calendar would be good for that. And then we have coaching calls here as well too. I can't make this one because it would double book, but we are coaching with several different people for several different reasons. Now, Friday is like our leadership and training day as well too. So we run EOS. I meet with my leadership team for 2 hours every single Friday, where we go over our company KPIs. We go over the issues in the business, whatever drama's going on, and we solve problems is most of that meeting. And then from there, we've got a coaching call or two, and then we jump into a new agent training that I will typically host as well too. I'll leave the rest of the day open really for Move the Rocks or meetings as well too. And that's my week. That is how I spend it. So if you look at this in a few different chunks, we've got number one, marketing. I have every Tuesday, all day. It's usually about a 10-hour, 12-hour day of just making content, whether it's writing something out or filming here. The second part of it is Thursdays. Every other Thursday or maybe every third Thursday is also making content as well too, which you don't necessarily see on this screenshot of my calendar. Wednesday and Friday are my meeting days, which I actually look at is almost the same thing. My Wednesday team meeting for our company is like my most stressful thing of the whole week, because if I'm going to ask the agents to come into the office, they are investing their time, right? They're spending time with us. I want to make sure that they're getting 5 times the value for whatever they feel like that investment is for them coming into the office. So we make that team meeting as value packed as possible in usually about 45 minutes, maybe an hour and a half if it's a long one. So that's Wednesdays, and I look at that and that's the role play, team meeting, and then the training as well too. I look at that as we are like marketing and sales organization. That is giving either the motivation or the sales tactics, whatever it is for the sales team to go do their job. Now on the Friday meeting day, I look at that as I'm doing the same thing, but for my admin team. I'm making sure that our team, our admin team, our W-2 employees are doing what they need to do every single day, every single week to move the ball forward for us to all hit our goals. The reality is I hold them accountable. They hold me accountable, because I know that if I don't film this, I'm going to get yelled at the Friday meeting for not hitting my accountability as well too. And because we're all moving in the same direction, we're all rowing the same direction in the same boat. So that's how I look at my Tuesdays marketing, my Thursdays often marketing, Wednesday and Thursday is like development. And then I honestly leave Mondays for whatever kind of comes up. I know it's not the best example, but whatever happens to be the most important thing going on right now is what I spend this Move the Rocks time. I really use it for that. And then I've also got my personal stuff in here. So we got dinner tomorrow, Bourbon, favorite restaurant. I've got sunset Monday evenings. I try if I can to get out early and go spend some time with the family. And then I haven't worked weekends in the last couple of years, which has been a huge blessing. But if I do have extra stuff that spills over, not a big deal. So that's where I actually spend my time. Now let's kind of see the outcome of this. So one thing I'll show you is in our CRM, we use Follow Boss. We got 110,000 leads in here. Now they're not all consumer leads. A lot of these are recruiting leads as well too. So we've got both in there. But if you look at just leads generated, this is just in the last 30 days, our company generated almost 1,400 leads. That's up 11% over the previous 30 days. And if you look at our agents, let me pull up the leaderboard here. Let me pull up just the last 30 days of work. You can see Tyler, we got almost 2,600 phone calls, 40 appointments, 100 conversations. You can see that from an organization level, all the work that's going in here. And these are just some of the KPIs that we track in that leadership meeting that I talked about. And the same thing we track with our coaching calls we do with our agents. If an agent comes to us and says, hey, I'm struggling, I'm whatever, I only really personally coach with our highest producing agents that want high accountability and one-on-ones, because I don't do half-ass anything. So I can sit down and everything's in our CRM. Everybody lives in here. So we know what to look for. And this allows me to go tactical on the sales aspect of the business. The marketing aspect of the business, from a global company level, we obviously generate a ton of leads. I also mentioned I make a lot of content. I don't just make real estate agent content like this. By the way, like and subscribe to this video. Comment down below how different my calendar is from what you're currently doing right now. That's number one. Number two is you should go follow me on Instagram, because I'm super active there as well too. Now, I also make way more content that is consumer facing. And the reason this at Christian Stubbs, if you will, my personal brand, because I love business, but I know I need to drive deals for our agents as well too. So we made a separate brand for All About OC, because I don't want it to be about Christian Stubbs at all when it comes to the consumer facing side. But on our Instagram and TikTok channels, you can see we've built this over just the last 13 months to almost 20,000 followers on Instagram, all completely organic. We just started running paid ads recently, but we post 28 times a week on our All About OC Instagram and TikTok channels. Feel free to go follow those as well too. We also post 3 or 4 times, maybe 2 or 3 times a week on our All About OC YouTube channel as well too, which is where most of the content deal flow comes from. So this is why I have so much time blocked off in my calendar, because that is a portion of what drives the lead flow that then goes through our inside sales team, that then goes to our agents. And my job is to make sure that we're managing all of that. So sales, marketing, retention is the last thing, which I look at, like, for example, the individual coaching calls that I do. That stuff is for retention. It's also to help drive sales as well. But then if I go to, we have a showcase coming up, which is going to be the Onyx Showcase. So for example, when is this? June 3rd, we've got our Onyx Showcase. What is this? We celebrate our agents. We celebrate productivity with our company, Onyx Homes. So for example, if I look at the last 90 days, we do, instead of like a lame happy hour that we do once a quarter, I wanted to do something awesome, and I wanted to incentivize agents to work harder, let's just say. So what we do is what we call Onyx Showcase. We know for a fact that agents will have at least material success. They'll sell $8 to $10 million minimum, or rather on average, if they're hitting this 25,000 point per month benchmark, which, for example, again, if I look at the last 30 days, is that a lot? It's not nothing, but it's not hard. I mean, when you have agents doubling or almost tripling that in a month, you can see all of these agents are well above that 25,000 point benchmark, which our minimum standard is 20,000 points. And you can see that a good chunk of our agents make sure they hit that minimum standard. And I could go down and there's agents that certainly don't, but here's the point. The 25,000 points a month, we know will create success, so we celebrate it. So agents that hit 75,000 points in a quarter get invited to our showcase. So you can see Tyler's way above that. Simona's an ISA. She should be above that. Wiley, Stephanie, all these agents that are above 75,000 points in the last 90 days are all getting invited to our Onyx Showcase, where we go do something cool. Like, we're renting out almost a whole section, maybe not a whole section, but we're renting out a ton of seats in Angel Stadium. We're going to go to a game. Last year we did a suite, and this year we're going to do a whole section. So that'll be a ton of fun. We've done omakase sushi, we do whatever, but we do something that's cool. We're only celebrating the agents that actually put in the work that's required to be successful. So if you've ever wondered how a real estate team leader structures their time, this is straight up how I do it. I make a tremendous amount of content for marketing. I drive sales, and we want to add as much value to our agents as possible. One of the many ways we do that is through our online community. So I share our exact sales masterclass with you. The link is in the description. You can join this start to finish real estate community. This sales masterclass is exactly how we train our agents on how to convert leads. So you have access to the exact same training. If you want to come in here and check this out, you get access to that. You also get access to 2,300 other agents that are in the business as well too. I'm going to start doing live group coaching calls in here as well too. So I would love to see you in there. Put in the comments down below what you would want me to cover, and I'll make sure we add that to the list as well too. But the reality is, we wanted to have, for our team, We wanted to have exactly what to do, how to do it, what to say, how to say it. So we break through everything that our agents need to learn into a repeatable, proven process that they can follow over and over and over and over. And this is how we create successful real estate agents, whether they're experienced in sales, whether they're not experienced in sales. These are the three main things that I spend my time on, is sales, marketing, and leadership. At the end of the day, that's really it. So if you found this video helpful, I would appreciate if you'd like this video, comment down below what else you'd like to see, subscribe to the channel. And this next video is by far the most popular video on my channel. It is how we use Follow Up Boss to generate 1,400 leads a month and drive over $1 billion in sales.